Yo, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So before I left for my AnimeCon trip, I put out a tweet that said, should I make a video on the latest MrBeast drama? And there wasn't a lot of votes, but majority said yes, so I figured I'd make it anyway. So this is a little late. There's a bunch of videos already out there about it and a bunch of streamers who have already talked about it, and so it's all out there on the media already. So this is probably just going to go straight under the rug and nobody's actually going to watch it and see it, but I still wanted to give my opinion on the matter and kind of explain what's going on for those of you who might not know. So, MrBeast, latest video was he gave 20,000 shoes to kids in Africa. Now, of course, I think they titled it a little bit weird or something like that. I don't know. Somebody was claiming that he gave them their first pair of shoes, which I don't believe was the case. I think it was just their first, like, good pair of shoes to wear to like school or something like that. Like it was actually good shoes, not worn up, you know, or worn out shoes. So classic MrBeast fashion. He makes the video and then every single person on Twitter decides that he's an evil person and that it's actually a bad thing that he spent all this money helping others. So he's being attacked on Twitter right now by countless individuals who believe that he didn't actually help anybody and he actually made everything worse. There's comments on Twitter such as, I'm going to go through and scroll and read them. Not going to show all of it on Twitter and stuff because that's just, I don't have time to do all that and screenshot each and every one of these things when I can just tell you where to go to find everything. But literally, like right here, he could have done a bit more. Shoes aren't worth much. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Opera GX actually had a great reply to that because Opera GX actually replied to that and said, what? Should he have given them signed Air Jordan 1s? Which is pretty funny. But if you want to give, just give. Don't create a huge PR video about your tax write-off. That was another one. There are some good ones though. There are some hidden gems in there, you know. I don't understand how you could hate this bloke. That was from one. And then if you know, you don't have to scroll long to find some other stuff. Some people stating they believe he's the Antichrist. It's just, you know, and then, fun idea, but it's been done before, and it's really just a small band-aid on the bigger problem. Some people will take it for what it is, but others will look deeper into the way things are. Like this to begin with. Like, there's just some people, also people bringing up that there's kids, like, starving and thirsting in Africa and stuff, and instead he's giving them shoes instead of food and water. And it's just like, and then other people are talking about a study or a research that was done where donating shoes to Africa was actually detrimental to the local, like, shoe companies and stuff like that. And there was a lot of people that were talking about that. Look, this is a hot take because I don't know much about it. I actually haven't even watched the video yet because I wanted to make this video while having no context to MrBeast's original video, so there's no bias behind it. So based off of just headlines and comments on it, I'm giving a hot take from that. But the shoes that I saw him give out didn't look like they were, you know, like mainstream shoes. They could have been made from the companies over in Africa. So I don't know where he bought the shoes from. I don't know if he paid somebody to make the shoes. I don't really know. But there was a lot of them saying that him giving them shoes just takes away business from the local shoemakers and stuff and all the companies that are locally, like, placed in Africa. If they didn't have shoes to begin with that were new, I don't think they were going to buy any to begin with. So how is he doing anything different? If they didn't have the money to afford the shoes before, how is MrBeast not giving them shoes going to suddenly give them the money to buy the shoes before? And I've seen some people saying he should have just given them the money to buy the shoes. Well, you can argue that, but 9 times out of 10, it's kids. Most of the time, the parents are going to take advantage of that, take the money, and buy something else besides the shoes. And if they needed shoes, they're still not going to get the shoes anyway. So either way, they're still not going to get the freaking shoes, and they're still not going to help the local shoe businesses in the country. So that's another thing. Some people are complaining that it's another tax write-off. You're right, it is. Okay? What does it matter? What does it matter? Like, did you know that every single charity in the world is a tax write-off? Did you know that you donating to your local people that are taking up money on the side of the street, such as homeless people, did you know that's a tax write-off? All of this stuff can be considered tax write-offs because you're giving away money you've earned. Just because he's a big famous person who makes millions and can write off millions because of it, people are upset about it. He pays his taxes just like everybody else, even if he gets tax write-offs. So deal with it. Let's see. What's some other ones? Some people are saying white knight syndrome needs to be fixed. That's talking about the all the people that are coming to his defense over all of this, because people are still, they're still, you know, talking crap about people who try to defend him, saying that, you know, he's doing good things, so why are people hating on him and stuff like that. It's the truth, though. He is doing good. Why are you so, like, you know, determined to hate on somebody who's doing good for the world, doing good for the community, doing good for what he can do? It's like, oh, well, this is a systematic problem. You're not going to fix a systemic issue with just one person trying to do good. You're right. You're not, because it shouldn't be up to just one person to fix the issue. It should be up to the governments to fix the issue. So why are you hating him for trying to do what little good he can do, when you should be blaming the government that's led them to that systemic problem in the first place? So it's like, bro, really? Some people will make some more jokes. Like somebody said, why not 20,001? What a jerk. Some people are still going back to that research thing that was done about donating shoes is harmful to the local shoe businesses, which is actually harmful to the area instead of being good. I just want to point out, though, that study was done in 2014, I believe. It was either 2014 or like 2017. Either way, it's like it was done very many years ago. Might not stand up today. You never know. You just have to look and see. But that study was done years ago. I like the intention, but honestly, I live in Argentina. If you give one pair of shoes to a kid, that doesn't change their lives. Why don't you teach them how to make money or take them out of their awful country? So you're asking him to teach classes on how to start a business or teach them how to work to make money or take them from their country. I don't even know how to reply to that one, guys. I don't even know how to reply to that. What do you mean? First of all, you want them to be kidnapped, basically. Second of all, you want them to learn how to work. Look, I am from the United States. I've lived here my whole life. I've never been, you know, I've never like come over here and immigrated into here or anything like that. I am, you know, I've been born here. Children in other countries have to work from a much younger age than people here in the United States. And I would argue that they have the better worth ethics than anyone in the United States. So teaching them how to make money, you don't have to. They know how. All they have to do is just work and charge for their labor. That's how you make money. But they don't really get that. They don't get that blessing over there to where they can do that. But they know how to work. They know how to make money. They just have to, they have to be given the resources to do that. I think that makes sense, right? Maybe not that might not make sense. But we also have child labor laws over here that prevent us from being able to do that. Other countries don't have that. So children at that age, because those were young children, they're still in like grade school. Like they're not supposed to, like, if they were come over here, they're not supposed to be able to work and make money. So that's just a weird one all in itself. I don't know what you want from people on that. Somebody made a funny comment and said that the guy could literally cure cancer and people would still think he's and if he did a video for it, people would still think he's, evil and stuff like that, and he's only doing it to make money. That's the big thing that everybody's taken from this, by the way. It's not just that donating shoes or giving them shoes is hurting the economy and stuff like that. They're mad because he was making a video on it. Some people even said that a true hero does these good deeds in private and doesn't actually make it public. While I do believe that is true to an extent, there's a difference when it comes to MrBeast. And people are probably like, what do you mean it's different because it comes to MrBeast? For instance, for somebody like me, I don't make millions of dollars. I barely even make $1,000. Like, I don't make a lot of money comparative to other like streamers and other like YouTubers and content creators, stuff like that, and influencers. I don't make anything compared to them. Not even close. Like literally not even close. And practically you can say I don't make anything. For me to go out and then try and get clout for giving away money or for donating stuff or something like that would not make sense because I'm not making money off of it to begin with, so I literally would just be looking for clout at that point. And if I'm doing it for the wrong reasons and stuff, then, that's another thing. MrBeast is different because his entire brand has been basically built off of helping others for the majority of the time. From the start of his channel, when he started going huge in 2018, he started going crazy, 2018. He started popping off with his videos and stuff like crazy because of how much he was able to give out, how many views he was getting per video doing that, and all of these different things. That is different because every single dollar he earns from those videos goes straight back into these projects to help more people. So he's not claiming anything off of these videos to use for self-gain. He's literally using the money to pay for more things to give away or to give that money itself away. And it's crazy that someone like him has to defend himself over all of these like selfless acts that he does. He even had to go out of his way to post proof and talk about how he doesn't claim any revenue from these videos and that it goes straight back into his charity work and stuff. He had to also show that his Beast Philanthropy was also a charity because people didn't think it was a charity, and he had to prove how that was a charity. He also had to go as far as to claim or to show that he doesn't even gain revenue off of his Beast Burgers. And he had to prove that he doesn't make any profit off of that, and it's solely just or maybe not Beast Burgers, but his Beast, like his food businesses and stuff, his food chain things where he gives out food and all that kind of stuff. So he has to prove that he doesn't make any money off of this stuff. And it's sad. But and then somebody else was talking about shoes for 20,000 kids. and they were estimating how much money each pair of shoes cost, and said that that would roughly be around like $2 million that he spent giving these shoes. And then he's like, not to be critical or anything like that, but he said that money could have went to something better, like housing or education. What more could you ask for is my question. Let's just say something real quick. $2 million for 20,000 kids to have shoes versus $2 million for 100 people to have a house. Which one seems to be more effective? You can help more people with the shoes, or help more kids specifically, because you can't buy a kid a house. It's not how that works. And the money stretches out further that way. So people are just constantly just trying to think they have the answers to everything. I mean, there's just so much. But luckily for MrBeast, of course, there are some people with, you know, some general knowledge and stuff about, you know, specific things, or at least being nice about particular things, because we have, I think Hassan still hated on him and stuff like that, which was but I think Hassan just hates on him for majority of reasons anyway. But oh, it was Beast Burgers, by the way. I'm just looking at it right now. MrBeast claims he never made a penny from Beast Burgers. So if you want to follow some of this news, though, you can go to Dexerto. I think it's Dexerto. I don't know if that's how it's like pronounced. You can go follow them on Twitter. They do all kinds of like news articles about social media drama and everything that's going on. They have done so much covering this entire thing, so you can always go check them out and stuff. But Ludwig came to his aid and stuff, talking about how people were, you know, getting mad over MrBeast doing his charity work and stuff like that. And he made a very valid point, by the way. He made an incredible point, which was, you can hate him for doing his charity work, or you can dislike him for doing his charity work. You can dislike him for his philanthropy and all of that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, he's still helping people. So, you know, why would you be mad that he's helping people? And he says, and it's quoted, to hate him for it, it seems a little backwards. And I agree, it does, because he is helping people. He can't fix the world by himself. That's not going to happen. Maybe in the future there will be some government officials that'll come up. This is actually like quoting from him. He said maybe there's like some government officials that'll come up that, you know, can make a bigger change than MrBeast can. But for what it's worth, MrBeast is one singular person, and the good that he does is outstanding compared to what is being done by the bigger, higher ups that could make a huge difference. It's just insane, if you ask me. Some other people, even Aiden Ross came to his aid. He was so confused that MrBeast is getting canceled and stuff, and it's, you know, calling it BS. And some other people, I think, came to his aid as well. Moist started defending him as well. Moist actually had it was a semi-funny tweet, because he says, MrBeast helped more people. Luckily, the intellectual saints on Twitter are here to explain why good things are actually evil and nothing positive is real. That is literally Twitter in a nutshell, first of all. Every single... What the heck was that? Oh, my headset cut off. I was like, what was that noise? There's just so much about this whole situation that is just insane when it comes to it, because it's just like the whole thing, it's unreal. It's unreal. I'm trying to scroll through and make sure there's like not anything else that I'm missing to talk about real quick. There's also some stuff coming up that I gotta look into as well. But that's basically it about the MrBeast thing. My hot take on the whole thing is he is helping people with the money that he makes from helping people. It is a constant cycle. It is a ring of life, basically. And to put it in the most simple way, you have MrBeast helps person. MrBeast makes video on helping person. MrBeast gets views and money from helping person. MrBeast then goes and uses that money to fund the next project for helping people. MrBeast then helps those people. MrBeast then makes video on that. MrBeast then gets the money and revenue from it. MrBeast then uses it to fund the next project and help more people. MrBeast helps those people. It is literally a cycle of helping people, and it's constantly working and providing more and more things for him to do. Let's go back in time real quick. Everybody loved MrBeast, you know, back when he was giving away $1,000 to homeless people. And he was just going around giving them gift cards and stuff to other businesses and stuff like that. You know, people were so happy about that. People loved him so much. And then when he was going to grocery stores and buying groceries for people, like for $1,000 or something like that, everybody loved him. But the second he became a millionaire and started giving bigger and bigger prizes away, he suddenly was evil, because now he's in that tax bracket where he can write off all these taxes and stuff and doesn't have to pay those millions in. And it's one of those things to me where it just seems like a lot of the hate and dislike and stuff is stemmed from his status. And I'm not trying to sound rude about the whole situation, but 95% of the comments that I checked out on Twitter from people who were hating on MrBeast were people with less than 100 followers. 95%, less than 100. 100% of them were people with less than 1,000 followers. So there was not a single person on there that had more than 1,000 followers that were hating on MrBeast. So I feel like a lot of the hate comes from his status and people who want to be a part of that status, but just aren't. And another thing is, I guarantee you, if they were on the receiving end of MrBeast's money and help and, you know, donations and charity, they wouldn't say a word. They wouldn't be like, oh, no, don't give me this. This is not helping the problem. It's a systemic problem. You should go and do this. They're not going to say a word about that. They're not. You know why? Because they want the freaking money and they're going to take the freaking money, or they want whatever he's going to give them and they're going to take whatever he gives them. I feel like that's what it comes down to. It is literally just people hating on him for his status and popularity and his money. And they're jealous because they are not receiving that help. Do I believe that all the things that MrBeast does helps people? Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I haven't found anything that he's done that doesn't help people. Do I believe that there are bigger issues that need to be tackled besides just him giving stuff away and giving people money and stuff like that? Yes. Do I believe MrBeast can actually fix those things if he just does something different or just doesn't give out charity? Absolutely not. You're not going to fix systemic problems with one singular person, and one singular person who is helping people is not going to make that systemic problem worse, and one singular person not helping people is not going to do anything at all. So it doesn't matter. His helping people is helping people, and that should be what's important. Why are we worried about all this other stuff that he has no control over and he cannot make changes to? It doesn't make sense. It is literally dumbfounding me because it doesn't make sense. But that's basically my hot take on the whole thing. MrBeast is a good guy, for what I know. Never met him. Probably never will. I can hope, though. I could really hope. But he seems like a really good guy. I mean, I don't have any issues with him. Like I said, nothing that he's done so far has really made me be like, oh, he's a bad dude. You know, I don't. It's never happened to me yet. But there's just some terrible hot takes out there. So hopefully mine's not that bad, but hopefully this gives you a little bit of an insight of all the thing that's going on right now. I mean, a lot of people just hating on stuff. It's just crazy. But next video coming out, I might address the drama of the streamer awards and stuff. I'm a little late to all this. Again, like I said, I'm coming back from the trip. I don't catch up on these things super fast and quick. And I get most of my news from that site I told, or from Dexerto on Twitter. And Moist Critical. Love Moist, by the way. Love watching his videos and all of his drama videos and stuff. But speaking of Moist Critical, I will be making a video on him right after this one about his drama with Sneeko. So if you're interested in that and you've stayed till this part, look out for that because it's coming out literally right after this one as well. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for all that you've done, supporting me and stuff. We've recently been popping off right now on YouTube with viewership and stuff. And I like this kind of format that I'm making. It's a lot easier to make, in my opinion. It's less, it's more consistent than my gaming videos and stuff, because sometimes you game for hours and only get like 2 seconds worth of clips, and you're just like, okay, this is annoying. But this I can actually just make based off of the drama stuff, and you guys seem to like it. So we'll keep doing that. And we'll continue from there. Let me know any other content you'd like to see me make, and any other videos on topics you'd like to see me make as well. And I'll go ahead and end this because we're almost at the 30-minute mark. So let's end this fast. But love you guys. Appreciate you guys. And I hope to see you all in the next video and possibly the next stream. Stream live on twitch.tv/tzchamp all the time. So be sure to check that out. Follow me on Twitter at tzchamp, Instagram at tzchamp_. And I don't think I'm on any other socials. TikTok at tzchamp. I have a lot of socials. They're all in the links in the description down below, so go check those out. See you guys later.